it says in the Bible, mark the perfect man and behold the upright, right? We know that. For the end of that man is peace. I love that. That's Psalms 37:37. So it's easy to remember where it is. Mark the perfect man and behold the upright. So what does that mean to us when we are struggling with something or we don't have a good sense of who we are? If we're going to mark the perfect man and behold the upright, we've got to shift what we believe about ourselves. And there's that place in Science and Health where Mrs. Eddy talks about a change in human belief changes all the physical symptoms and determines the case for better or worse. So a change in human belief. So if I believe I'm sick, if I believe I'm struggling, or I'm less than, or I have limited resources, or there's some, limitation on my life. If I believe that and I operate from that belief, then the symptoms of that are going to be reflecting the belief. So if I change the human belief based on that Bible passage, mark the perfect man and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, and life and abundance and all the things that are good. So we've got to look at where is belief sitting and recognize that we can shift belief. Now, there's another place where Mrs. Eddy talks about that human beliefs are changeable. So if the belief is just kind of the human mind figuring something out, that's kind of on the level of human thought. But if we recognize that we're marking the perfect man, that's based in spiritual understanding. And that place of spiritual understanding based on the rock of Christ, truth, that true idea of man, like that's the place that's stable. That's the place that our spiritual understanding of self is going to bring us into that place of seeing the evidence of it. That's going to change the symptoms. It's going to change it from what looks like sickness to health being expressed. It's like I don't look to my body to ask myself, am I healthy? I look to God to understand that my health is in God, and then I see that reflected in my body. So the physical symptoms change as I understand my true nature and the truth of my being, and I'm marking the perfect man and beholding the upright. So I don't know, just reasoning through some stuff, just coming on and sharing. Let me know what you think about this. There's a lot that Mrs. Eddy says about belief, and there are many discussions we could have about trying to understand it better. But I love that place where she talks about a change in human belief changes all the physical symptoms and determines the case for better or worse. It's like if we can understand that, we're going to see a whole lot more healing. So that's cool. Anyway, lots of love back. As you can see, I'm back in the hood. I'm back in this beautiful place, San Juan Island. You can see the little seals. We call them banana seals. Like where is it? I'm not facing the wrong way. So that little tiny place there, they're like seals on the rocks, and they when the tide comes in, they turn into little banana seals because they curve up away from the water, but they still sit on the rock no matter how high the tide gets. Pretty funny. We find humor in lots of places. Okay, lots of